So, as a Black woman that lives in Italy, I consistently see the videos just like you guys see of life in Italy, especially people traveling to Italy and saying that they would prefer to live in Italy. A lot of these people have no idea what it's like to live in Italy. They have a vacation, they enjoy themselves, and they decide that this is where they should be. There's a lot of things that come with living, work, housing, healthcare, all of that stuff that people don't even like kind of dabble into when they're on vacation, and that's perfectly fine. You're on vacation, you should be enjoying yourself as much as you possibly could and afford. And so I wanted to show you all, with this being said, right, I wanted to show you all share with you all an article from a woman who actually packed up and moved to Italy, moved to a city that she could afford, and raise children in Italy. And I wanted to share it with you all so that you all can get a little taste of what the realities are for some people in Italy, especially if you are a person who is not like super wealthy or whatnot. Like if you are existing like a lot of us are, having to go to work every day and things of that sort, this is a story that might help you with planning and preparing for the move. So here's the start to the article. It's entitled, "My family moved from a big US city to a small town in southern Italy 11 years ago. Living here looked better on paper," which I think is a really great headline. So just a few things. It's bullet pointed that her family moved from Columbus, Ohio to a southern Italian town. It's been 10 years now. Though living here is affordable, we're saving money on healthcare. I feel isolated and bored, and I miss our community in Ohio, and I'm worried my kids will forget their American roots. Those are the bullet points of the article. So you guys can't see it, but at the bottom here, it says one thing that she liked the most about living in the States was the sense of a community. Living abroad can be like really lonely, an extremely isolated situation. And not only is it like, can it be like an isolated situation? Italians don't really realize that they are not inviting you. They're just very closed off. And being in a smaller town like this family is, you're going to get that even more so. So they arrived to Italy with two kids and she was pregnant. And so I could just imagine like the isolation that they would feel in a very small town. I could just imagine. And she's obviously saying that that is the case. So she's going on and on about there not being a lot of things to do. She's from Columbus, so she says that, there's the zoo, there's bowling alleys, there's theme parks, conservatory, things of that sort. And in the new town, it's beautiful. They've got some historic sites and a handful of restaurants, but there's not much to do. It's not a kind of place where kids can sign up for sports. When we want those opportunities, we have to leave. We spend a few weeks in Rome in the summer where they can enjoy activities. That's another thing. And she mentions it in the next post. Let me just show you guys. Where here she talks about how they had to go to the north when her child was born and had a health issue, and that's something else in the south of Italy. A lot of people from the south of Italy will go to the north for better health care. I personally do not know what's going on down there, that there's not like some of the basics when it comes to certain things, or why people in the south don't feel, I don't know if they don't feel safe or if it's just not there for them to get the health care in that particular area. But it's common. It's super common for people to go to the north to get the proper health care. And then not only that, there's one thing I can say because I know physicians that are in this situation where they will become a doctor and they will move to the north. So there are some people who will get contracts in smaller towns in Italy just because it's hard to keep the successful people in these little towns. And here she is some more talking about her child needed open heart surgery compared with the healthcare system in the north part of Italy. It's underfunded and understaffed. And then she says here, "I'm grateful for the life we've built here, but I happily leave in a heartbeat." So I don't share that article for you all to get discouraged. I share it because I feel like there are not enough stories of people not liking their experiences abroad. I think it's really important for us to get stories that share the good and the bad so that we can make an educated decision on what we want to do with our lives. And not only an educated decision, but you need to hear really what are the downsides of moving abroad. So guys, go to Business Insider, check out her article. I found it to be really interesting, and it was just published today.